capital as we look to wrap up the 2025-2026 Ghana Premier League. It's match day 32 here at the Accra Sports Stadium, and I had to folk who moved away from this venue to the University of Ghana for a brief period are back to the ancestral home. This time they're coming up against Aduana FC. Not much to play for these two clubs, but the opportunity of finishing strong for Heartofok is in sight. And for Aduana, a win here would actually push them back into the top four. The weather here, very conducive for association football, 31 degrees Celsius. A bit hot, but both teams are determined to ensure they finish the season strongly with about 3 games to go. My name is Mutale Akubu, and this is the Ghana Premier League on TV3 and on React TV. We are back in the capital and back to continue the league. We know that, at the top of the table, there's a conversation about who will end up winning the league. But at the bottom, we have to also keep an eye on what happens, because we know that 11 Wonders and Ho United are already gone. But which third team will join these teams in Division 1? We are yet to find out. I've been joined by Coach Ebenezer Sefa. You'll be hearing from him shortly. But as I always tell you, we are very, very huge and big on social media, and you need to follow our pages so you don't miss a thing there. On Instagram, just search for Ghana League _ X. It is Ghana League. TikTok, Snapchat, YouTube, just search for Ghana Premier League. And Facebook, it is Ghana Premier League as well. And you get all the bites. Now, before we talk about today's game, there was a midweek fixture at the Golden City Park. It was a KG1. It was Mediema that lost by 2-1 against Brekum Chelsea. A game that they thought they were going to pick at least a point from that. And it started beautifully for them when Kelvin and Kroma gave them the lead. But Brekum Chelsea, who were battling relegation, came back strongly. Seidu got the equalizer before Jonah Atukwe, formerly of Legon Cities, got the winner for them. Coach, briefly on this one, Mediema losing this game and the title race is back in full swing.
Well, I think we need to give credit to Brekum Chelsea. They were determined to pick all the 3 points, whilst Mediema was looking at building from the back through the middle and attack. Of course, the pitch wasn't good for football, but at the end of the day, you give credit to Brekum Chelsea because they were determined, though they went down by a goal, but they fought back to win by 2-1. You give credit to Samuel Bodu and his boys. Of
course, and this is a pass from Salim getting his second assist this season. Currently, he has been called as part of Carlos Queiroz' side. The Black Stars would be facing Mexico, and Salim is one of the 6 local players who are in there. But this was a big one for Brekum Chelsea. Now, the question many are asking is, why have they not been able to perform like this all season?
Well, I believe that it has come to a point that they have to go all out. For them to open a free gate tells you that, look, they need the 3 points badly, and also probably try to say goodbye to their colleague who lost his life, Dominic Frimpong. And I also think that at a crucial stage like this, you can't afford to lose a game to Mediema, because they'll be playing against Dreams FC, who is also a tough customer playing away from Tuba. So for me, I think that Brekum Chelsea was focused. They were more determined than Mediema, who went into the game probably to manage it, but at the end of the day, it didn't work out for them.
It never worked out for them, with Jonah Tuke scoring this winner as Brekum Chelsea kept hopes alive of surviving in the Ghana Premier League. They are determined to ensure they consider or they maintain their status for next season. But that is what happened. That was not the only game that was played in midweek. We can get the full result of what really happened in midweek, because BBN Gold Stars also won their game against Samatex, and they managed to actually close the gap on Mediema. So let's get the full result from match day 30 and see what really happened in there. We know that the relegation battle is also very, very interesting. But these are the results we got from match day 30. Brekum Chelsea beating Mediema by 2-1, and Bechem United losing surprisingly at home to Dreams by 2-1. With Gold Stars beating Samatex and closing the gap on league leaders Mediema. Nations also went all the way to the Kwando Sports Stadium to defeat Lions by 1-0, and Young Apostles at home managed to beat Vision by 3-1. Heartofok drew their game goalless against Karela here, and we had Baseke Holy Stars also beating Aduana 2-0. The biggest victors of match day 30 FC were Sweden All Blacks, who walloped 11 Wonders by 5 goals to 2 in there. So before we get into the discussion proper, let's see the table as well, because it's getting interesting with just 3 games to go. We know that as it stands, Mediema are still leading the pack, but their lead has been cut back to 2 points. Currently, BBN Gold Stars are second with 54 points. Mediema have 56 and are firmly in control. Hard to folk if they win today, but they can actually close the gap on Gold Stars. They are third with 50 points. Samatex have 47 and sit fourth with Dreams. Currently fifth on the table with 46 points. Aduana also sit with 46. Karela have 46 as well, and they sit at 7 with Bechim currently on 8th with 43 points. Baseke Holy Stars this afternoon, they would also be playing league leaders Mediema. They are in the top half. Surprisingly, the bottom half has Asante Kotoko, who are currently 10th with 43 points. The likes of All Blacks are all in there. So in as much as we are looking at the top and who could potentially end up winning the league, we are also keeping an eye at the bottom, because something interesting is happening there. We take a quick breather on the show. We will be right back. Accra Sports Stadium. I nearly said the Barbara Sports Stadium. That got me. The Accra Sports Stadium Sunday special Hartlepool coming up against Aduana. Aduana are bidding to enter the top 4. For Hartlepool, they want a strong finish to this season. Currently, they sit third, and a win today would mean that they close the gap on Gold Stars. Recent results has not been good for the Phobians because they've been drawing a lot of games here. My name is Mutalaya Yakubu. But as I said, match day 32 has a lot of fixtures. Some very, very interesting ones. We can go through the fixture list and see which games are coming up, especially the top of the table where we know Mediema would be in action. But here it's Hartlepool, Aduana, then Sweden All Blacks will be at home as they welcome Bechem United. Vision the Tema would also take on Karela, with Heart of Lions also having a big game against Samatex. Asante Kotoko will be playing 11 Wonders in Kumasi, with Baseke Holy Stars playing Mediema. That is a giant game. Young Apostles will face Nations FC, with Brekum Chelsea also playing Dreams FC. Gold Stars were set to play Hoho United, who have pulled out of the league. It means that Baby Gold Stars will be awarded 3 points and 3 goals. So as you know, I mean, it's set for this game here at the Accra Sports Stadium. Big one for Aduana, who their head coach, Shoba Aristika, will be leaving at the end of the season. Both coaches the venue. We've spoken to them. For Didi Dramani, nothing but a win will make him happy. And for Shoba Aristika, he wants Aduana to finish very strongly. Coach, it's 3 games to end the season. Mathematically, Hartlepool can still win the title. Does that give you a night of hope going into this game against Aduana?
I think that we have approached every game with all the purpose that is needed, and so this is just one of them.
Of course, and with the lineup you've put in out, a very strong lineup with Benjamin Asari in. What informed that decision?
I think that we have always put up a very strong lineup, and irrespective of who starts, it's still a stronger lineup, and so I think that it's just a squad and a lineup for Hartlepool today.
What will be a successful season for Hartlepool, considering what you started from the beginning?
I think that we just need to keep on doing the right things, and then keep on with try to get the right consistency in the various games that we engage.
Some feel that this is a dead rubber game, but the team you're playing, Aduana, want to enter the top 4. Does that make it very difficult today?
I think that for us, we approach every game with every purpose that it needs, and this is just one of them.
Thank you very much, Coach.
Pleasure.
Coach, we are just a few games from ending the season. Currently, Aduana is set outside the top 4. Is that what you are pushing for at the moment?
Yes, our plan now is play the good football today and try the best result. I have only 3 games, and in these 3 games I like collect the points from finish the league in the top 4. This is our plan in this moment. It will coming today, and he try inside in the pitch about need respect the opponent. It's Asofok. Asofok is one good team here in Ghana. Our people respect, but let play the football in the pitch and see who is win today. About also Asofok like finish the league in the top 4 is more now 5 team is fighting from this position, and in these 3 games let's see who is the finish.
You started the season very well, and you're one of the teams that was tipped to win the title. What happened along the way?
Yes, you're starting, you have the good morale, is coming the new player, but after the first window is coming some player inside, and is not necessary from help the team. About all the team is hard in the second half. We need the points. Some team from no relegation. Here in Ghana is this situation. The first half you can collect the more points, but the second half you need consistent. Who the team is consistent, he can go and stay and possibly win the league. From team, let's see what is good from this season. The management, I think, understand now what happened, and let put the plan from the next season, not have the same mistake from the first half, collect the more points, second half the team is go little down. No need like this. Let consistent from the first game to finish the game, and I think it's possible. But let's finish this league and see what happen. Us now we have this group from the player, trust from this group, and finish the league, and after we have a plan from the future.
Coach, wish you the very best.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Aristica, head coach of Aduana, he will be leaving the club at the end of the season and gone back to his, country, that is Romania. He's made that known to us. But coach, it's set for a big game here. Aduana are coming up against Hartlepool. Teams have arrived at the venue. Both teams are going for the kill, nothing more.
Of course, there's nothing to worry about. I think that Chuba Aristica at the end of the season is leaving. He would like to have a good resource here, take it to Doma to play the next game. But Hasselfolk, what their fans didn't expect last week, probably they want to win, see a win. Looking at the Hasselfolk lineup, I think that Didi Dramani is going in for all attacking game. And of course, Chuba Aristica missing 2 centre backs, Kofo and of course, Alex Boache. And you could clearly see the experience Anochi Bedu coming in. And so for me, I think that both coaches are going to explore whatever they have under their sleeves, and I believe that we're going to witness a very good game this afternoon.
Of course, and this game would also be an interest to the Black Stars head coach, because this man, Benjamin Asare, is in post. He has been called up into the Black Stars, the team that will be facing Mexico in that international friendly. But Hartlepool poised to do battle. Aduana are also making their way to the Accra Sports Stadium with their head coach Chuba Aristica leading them. No Alex Bachi today, but the experience Anochi Bedu is in there. And today they are going to be captained by a man who has been at the club for over 15 years. Sam Adams, yes. Still going stronger.
Yes, so Aduana, Kumasi Asante Kotoko back to Aduana. I think that he's been fantastic. For me, I think that he's one of the experienced players that you can rely on in the Ghana Premier League. He's done so well for Aduana. I will not be surprised he will put pressure on the Hasselfolk left back. That is Baba Adamu.
Of course, and we'll see what happens. Sam Adams, captain of Aduana. I'm also hearing that this could be his last professional season with Aduana. He started with a lot of players who have actually faded out and are no longer playing the game. So that is the dressing room as well. Aduana also ready to do battle. Currently, they sit on the table and want to do everything possible to enter the top 4. Chuba Aristica says that is their target for this season. Even though they'll be playing in the finals of the they thought they would be in the finals.
Last season they were 8th on the league log. This is in the target for Atapoku. The new CEO was top 4.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, they thought they could go to the FA Cup final,
which did not happen.
So they would like to win this game and probably maintain their target, the top 4.
Well, let's see what happens. But the teams are already in the tunnel and want to come out and do battle. So I leave you with our team of commentators, Nana Dakwa Jesse and Kelvin Owusu. See you after the first 45 minutes.
Hello everyone, pleasant welcome to the Accra Sports Stadium. We're gradually heading to the home stretch of this season's Premier League, and Hartlepool welcome Aduana FC in this matchday 32 fixture here at the Accra Sports Stadium. The last time the Phobians played here, they failed to beat their opponents, Karela, who were able to squeeze the Phobians to a pulsating drawn game here. Aduana coming to this game from a 2-0 defeat against Holy Stars, and they'll be hoping to keep their top 4 aspirations alive. For the Phobians, it looks like their title aspirations are gradually fading out, but they know mathematically they still stand a chance of winning the Premier League if they win their remaining games and hope Gold Stars and Mediama falter. My name is Nana Dakwa Jesse, together with Kelvin Owusu. We are your commentators for this fixture here in the capital.
It would only take a miracle to see Hartlepool get in the Ghana Premier League title for Aduana FC. Lots is at stake for them. They'll have to pick up the pieces, keep up with how excellent they started the season and try to muddy the waters for Hartlepool. But that will be very much dependent on how potent the attack will be. The Phobians are very much resolute, and it will be difficult for you to get one over them. Hartlepool have really disappointed. How does a club go on 14 games without a win and without a loss and expect to win the Ghana Premier League title? That has been their undoing this season, and hopefully they will get things right this afternoon to put at least some cheers on the faces of the fans.
That defeat against Holy Stars all but effectively put Aduana's chances of winning the Premier League to bed, and now they know that they need to play catch-up and probably hope for a top 4 finish as they currently occupy the 6th spot on the log. Benjamin Asare will lead Hartlepool this afternoon. interesting development during the course of the week. He was initially left out of Ghana's squad to play in that international friendly against Mexico when Carlos Quiroz issued his first Black Stars call-up. But only some 24 hours later, Asari was recalled and is going to be part of that team to Mexico.
Well, it's very much important as Ghana's number one. Lots have been clamored. He hasn't really had the sort of international experience you'd want to see, and at top level playing against hosts of the World Cup definitely gives you an indication of a very good avenue to test your number one who hasn't had even lots of continental experience. So I think it's very much good for him and interesting to see how he's going to fare against Mexico. Mexico on any other day, regardless, their drop in quality, top quality footballers at the moment are still a handful whenever you play against them.
It's a Rainbow Lads against the Oja boys from Domahin Kro. Aduana, just a week ago, had to deal with the unfortunate incident of burying one of their own players who they have loaned to Brecum Chelsea in the second half of the league, Dominic Frimpong. After mourning him, they now want to fully concentrate on finishing the Premier League on a high to honor the memory of their departed front man.
They've gone through a series of mishappenings this season, and it's never their doing. Injuries to Alex Boache and then to Emmanuel Mafo actually cost them, but they've actually done some quite good.
Consistent lineup for the Phobians. Benjamin Asari in post. At right back is Amankwa. Left back is Adamu, Esibe and Ali Mohammed in central defense. A three-man midfield of Hussein, Afrani and Amponsa Wayo, who is the top scorer, number 7. 7 goals for him. Frank Abura Duku, number 9, leading the attack, with Martin Kakere expected to operate from alongside the two frontmen, Duku and Wayo.
Not too many changes to Hatterford's team, and Didi Dramani trust in his central midfield and defense, as well as the number 1 goalkeeper, who have made sure the Phobians remain very much solid. Their only difficulty has been with the attack. They don't score much, and that is what you need to win the league.
Many have described Didi Dramani as a defensive-minded coach, something that he's never accepted. He thinks that they create the chances, but they are just unable to convert them. Don't forget, he's unable to go into the market because the Phobians are currently facing a transfer ban that makes them unable to go into the market and get new players. So Didi has had to deal with the materials he found when he joined the Phobian fold.
It should be quite frustrating for him, a coach who would want to alter his team, at least in one of the windows, didn't have that opportunity to do it. Playing with the same set of players and getting into the top 4 is a very good achievement.
Prince Okoton Tiamwa is our centre man. He's assisted by one-time best assistant referee in Ghana, Emmanuel Dolagbanu, and Seth Ableto. Charles Bulu is our 4th referee. Here's the Aduana lineup. Ever-present goalkeeper Prince Osei imposed. Sam Adams, very experienced player. He is captain for the side this afternoon. And left back is Abubakar Adams. Anochi Bedu and Raymond Ajiman in central defense. There's Awuni Yaboy and Amponsa in midfield alongside Sana Atta, with Emmanuel Mafo leading the attack for the Oja boys this afternoon in Accra.
Not surprising that we've seen Sam Adams at right back. Remember, Makubuatun's being the regular right back is unavailable, and Emmanuel Mafo gradually getting back to full fitness, keeping himself at the leader of the pack. Hopefully he would have to contend with Ed Hatterford's defense. Very difficult for him, and in midfield Aduana would have to now resort to Maxwell Arthur and seeing how things will pan for him. The absence of Raymond Ajiman in that central midfield has actually cost them a lot this season, pushing him central. But Samuel Oseko forward, this red card clearly gives the coach no other option than to push Raymond back and partner Stephen Anochibedi.
Match day 32, live from the Accra Sports Stadium. It's Hearts of Oak versus Aduana FC. They began strongly. Just along the way, they lost some gas and lost their title aspirations on the road as well. Aduana, the top 4 could be the ideal way to confirm a positive season for them following some changes managerially and technically. But here we go. Kickoff for this game here at the Accra Sports Stadium is Aduana who gets us going here in Accra. Big game we're looking forward to, Kelvin.
Well, very big game, and you look at the two sets of midfield. Maxwell Arthur, Seydou Sana, Gideon Santiago would have to contend with the hat-to-folk midfield, and it's been one of the very best mid-blocks that you see in the country. How Aduana are going to get past that mid-block will be a question for another hat-to-folk, also with lots of creativity in that midfield. Abdul Karim and then Hussein would be very much expected to feed Frank Abraduko, who hasn't really been at it from Vision FC coming to the Phobians. Expect him to keep what he started in the preseason, but it's just been off color.
Sana. Here is Anochi Bedu. Launches a long one in. Esibe is fouled by Asante Yabo. A free kick out the book. Ali hurriedly took it, but the referee in Tiamwa wants the ball to be retaken at the right position. Esibe launches one in and Amakwa tried to improvise. Mauliwayo spotting a new look, new hairstyle. He's been wasteful, but interestingly, he's the top scorer for the club this season, Wayo. Here he goes, Wayo goes for goal from the distance. Too ambitious from Mauliwayo. In the meantime, Hatzabok have Hussein down.
That was quite a nasty tackle coming in there from Seydou Sana. He had a very heavy touch to that delivery from the goalkeeper and had to quickly launch in. Thankfully, Hussein is back on his feet. He seemed to have had a knock to the ankle. Other place players would want to pick up injuries for that challenge. Very strong round from Sana.
Ajiman gives away possession. Here is Duku. Chance for Kakari. Kakari! He shoots straight into the arms of Prince Osei, surprisingly. Big opportunity to open the scoring for the Phobians. Flopped by Martin Kakari.
That was quite poor, disappointing from Martin Kakari. It fell onto his favorite foot. Had ample time and decided to drive the ball through the middle. Almost like a training ground save for Prince Osei.
Adamu. Foul on Amponsa.
That has been the question about Martin Kakari's game. Not able to score. And in the modern game as an outside forward.
Wayo steps in, but it's a push on Sam Adams. Miscommunication between Adams and his goalkeeper. Wayo nearly took advantage, but he tried to do that illegally, and referee Intiamwa spotted an infringement, a foul against Mauri Wayo.
Brilliant crossfield ball there from Kelvin Osei, right into the penalty area. Sam Adams letting it bounce, nearly kept him off. I think Prince Osei delayed a bit. Should have been able to comfort that ball very quickly.
Upon Fran's header from Prince Osei's delivery, away by Anochi Bedu. Again, back in by Afrani, collected by Osei.
It's a good win of the duels by Hatterfolk. They are pressing Aduana high, preventing them from having ample time on the ball.
Baba Adamu back to Asari. Adamu under pressure from Awuni. That's what to pick out Ali. Awuni very familiar with this territory. Spent close to 3 seasons at Accra Lions for making a move to Serbia and subsequently returned to Aduana. Sana, good play. Maxwell Arthur launches a long one and looking for Mafu, but it's straight to Ali. Afrani goes down from the challenge of Gideon Asante. A free kick out of right in the middle of the park.
Late challenge there from Gideon Asante. Great show of strength there from Ali Mohammed, winning it. But the scrap nearly picked up by Gideon. A tad late before Afrani just picking his pocket there.
Maxwell Arthur loses possession in a dangerous area. Mawuli Wayos tried to set up Martin Kakari, he's drifted it wide. Kakari is looking for the right options now. Amponsa, Afrani is trying to find Amankwa. He can't get to it. There's a goal kick. Too much on it for the right back.
Intelligent play there from Afrani, trying to find Amankwa. Running to a very good position. It was quite too heavy. Touch for Hatofuk. Making sure Aduana feel very much uneasy. Pressing them, not allowing them enough space and time. They've just been losing the duels as well.
Here is Hussein for Hatzabok. Tries to find Wayo with a heavy pass and is a throw into Aduana.
The final pass and delivery has always been a bit questionable for the Phobians.
Here is Sam Adams. Prince says ball in. Afrani, the target. Hussein flicks it. It's Maxwell Arthur now to Sana. Sana switches delightfully onto the left-hand side. Marfo. Asante Yeboah to Sana. Lovely play from Maxwell Arthur. Osei Sebe to the rescue of the Phobians in defense. Now Amankwa.
That's the most impressive play from Aduana in the opening minutes of the game. You see, there was a clear intent, but as always, they had to defend. It will take you something extra beyond their capability to get past them.
Ali's ball in, looking for Wayo, headed down by Adams. Now Hussein. Here is Afrani's space to shoot, but he sets up Kakari instead. Here is Kakari, checks onto his left foot. Afrani, and he's blown it over the bar. Awful from upon Afrani.
Too much time. Lots of space for Afrani to hit the target. He started rolling the ball to Martin Kakari. His first touch, letting him down. And he had to make the cut back of Afrani, going for that drive. Once again, the crossfield balls from the defense. This time around from Ali Mohammed, causing problems for Aduana FC.
Upon Afrani, just blowing the ball over the bar. That looked like a fine opportunity for the Phobians. Here is Sam Adams, sends in a cross, teasing. Seems to have crossed the line. Nope, referee doesn't think so. Assistant referee clearly there as well. Here is Sana. Sam Adams wants it and he gets it, but it's a poor touch from the captain, Hussein. Lovely play. Wayo is on his bike, but it's a strong challenge from Raymond Ajiman. There was an earlier foul. Referee Ntiamwa spots it, and Hussein will get the advantage for the Phobians.
And clearly you can see referee not happy with that decision coming in from Sam Adams. It was Abubakar Adams. The sliding tackle. So telling them to calm down. So Wayo needs to be timing his runs.
Here is Abubakar Adams. Tries to pick out Henson and Ponsa. Anochi Beidou. Anochi Beidou has spent close to a decade in the Ghanaian top flight, from his days at Brecum Chelsea to Aduana and back. Hearts have a free kick.
I'm talking about Anochi Beidou. He's been one of the stalwarts in Ghana's top flight. Got a lot of experience. Can hardly get past him unless you are very pacey.
Duku traps it down. Is a good drive from Amponsa. Impressive from the midfielder.
It's another long ball in there. Duku brilliantly bringing it down on his chest. The edge of the penalty area. Ponsa should be at least hitting the target. It's a good hit on the volley. Just always rising with the technique employed.
Vision have scored one against Karela in Tema. 10 minutes, Vision 1, Karela 0. Here in Accra, it's Hearts 0, Aduana 0.
The running, you need to be as strong, you need to be as good, you need to be as explosive, as ruthless as you can if you want to survive the season or get into a respectable position. And the Ajay Kirku, it's very difficult for you to grab results in Vision after dropping a number of points in the last couple of games. Very eager.
That defeat to All Blacks really took so much from them, and this win will bring them back to life. Here is Duku, sends in a cross. Adamu is arriving. He's blasted over the bar where it goes out for a goal kick.
Once again, an impressive play there from Duku. Just tearing away from his markers, moving into the right-hand side of attack. The cutback just came into a very clean zone and not hard to folk. Attackers and midfielders in the right position to pick it up.
They had to fall to an unlikely candidate, Baba Adamu, who fluffed it. Kicking it too high. Ajiman. Sana, lovely play from Sana. Foot up. Wayo quickly picks up the ball. Squeezes one to the right-hand side for Martin Kakari. He sees the movement of Rafael Amponsao, who is body checked by Sana for a goal kick.
Very good play there from Matufuk, but Sana reading the intention to quickly make that block. No access for Hussein to latch onto that pass. Rafael Amponsao there. And it's still getting difficult for Diana to find a way to how to restart play. There's the high press from Matufuk, lots of strength in midfield too.
Here is Adamu. Pushed down by Awuni. Free kick quickly taken. Referee wants it to be taken again. Amponsa switches to Kakari. You've seen a lot of the balls here. Here is Kakari. He's trying to cut in. Good space for Kakari. He goes down just outside of the box from the tackle of Sana. Hatsabo have a free kick in a very dangerous area just outside the penalty box.
That's intelligent play there from Martin Kakari. He knew there were an array of men passing the ball, would have seen it blocked. It's a brilliant play there, getting past Raymond, and Sana sticking out his leg. So Martin was just tearing away from a dangerous zone. It's quite surprising. Sana decided not to wait. He stick out the leg. It's a cheap foul given away.
Aduana have a free kick to defend. Hearts have an opportunity to open the scoring with a right set piece taker. Getting it right with his delivery. Free kick Hearts of Oak. I've seen Kakari, Amponsa, and Mohamed Ali. Martin Kakari lines up. So has Rafael Amponsa. Will it be Kakari or Amponsa? It looks like Kakari goes low and it's straight to Prince Osei.
It's a clever play there from Kakari. Saw where the wall was loose. Decided to go there, but Prince Osei was well positioned. Didn't move an inch. And the ball came directly to him. Easy catch.
A bit more precision from Kakari. Might have done the trick. Here is Wayo chasing down Ajiman. Ball rolls outside for a goal kick.
Try hard to being the dominant side. They're still lacking that ability to hit the ball better and work. Prince Osei is a goalkeeper, very unassuming, but he does a decent job.
It's been awesome for them this season, Osei. Had some very decent games. He actually won some games for Aduana this season. I'll say here is Mafu now to Sam Adams. Awuni skips past Adamu. Lovely play from the winger. Here is Awuni. Sends in a cross, cleared away by Esibe. It's back to Awuni. Azabo could take possession. Afrani goes back to Adamu. Why you can't get to it? Not a good pass from Adamu to begin with.
Aduana forcing Atufuk to play the ball over the touch line. And Adamu needs to quickly rethink. That was the first moment Awuni got past him. I think that is the best bet for Aduana to try. Create lots of spaces in the Atufuk team. His movement, he's sharp, and he has quick feet to get past his markers. A lot more of the ball being fed him could do them some good.
Free kick for Aduana. Played out a goalless drawn game with the Phobians in the first round of the league. Same result last season at this venue, having beaten the Phobians 1-0 in Doma last season. Here is Kakari with a chance for the Phobians. Martin Kakari, he's flopped it. Anochibedu rises to the occasion.
Calm, composure at his best, experience. Being told Anochibedu not sticking out his leg very early. Decided to wait for the trickery that could have come on. And just tucked the ball away from the feet. Martin Kakari. Sana has a lot to do. He's losing a lot more of the ball in dangerous positions.
Dangerous tackle by Amankwa on Abubakar Adams.
And he needs to be a bit careful. The kind of fouls he lunges in. Easily he gets sent off. Remember that game against the Santi Kotoko in the Super Clash in Kumasi where he was sent off.
Here is Abubakar. Asante Abua to Sana. Sana to Abubakar. He's giving it away to Duku. Shows great strength and desire. Here is Abora Duku on the right side. He wants support, and the end product is very poor from Duku. Goal kick.
That is terrible. Quite disappointing after all the strength and persistence showed in picking up that ball. Expecting him to send in a good delivery. Wayo was just waiting inside the penalty area for that. That is quite terrible kick of the ball. Miscue from Abraduku.
Offside delivers. Returned by the lanky Afrani. His sights has proved advantageous for the Phobians in the middle of the park. Anytime those balls go high, you can always count on him to be first to the ball upon Afrani.
And it's quite interesting the kind of player he's become from a centre back, slotting easily into Didi Dramani's midfield and giving him almost 90%, 80% every single game. He's been instrumental to their campaign.
Absolutely. That delivery from Amponsa. Too close to Osei. Duku gets himself into trouble. This needless, very silly yellow card to take Duku. Deliberately handling the ball when Aduana tried to initiate that move from the back. Very, very silly card, if you ask me, Duku.
Very silly. You couldn't have put in any better decision from him to handle that ball. It was quite needless. He's just put himself in some trouble. Would he be able to press that high up aggressively again? Because the least mistake you make, you may be receiving your second caution and a sending off.
Here is Awuni. He seems to be enjoying himself on that right wing against the Azabuk left back, Baba Adamu. Not the players with the best of pace. Hussein. Back to Asari. Asari might not necessarily have any point to prove though, but he's got to impress the Black Stars goalkeepers trainer Gaspar, who is currently at the stadium watching this game. He was here last week when the Phobians played against Karela as well. He paid a visit to the Azabuk training grounds to have a first-hand conversation with Ajawi Issa, the goalkeeper's trainer, and Benjamin Asare as well as Didi Dramani.
Well, clearly tells you how important goalkeeping is to this technical team. Seen a number of it, and about 4 of the coaches, including the head coach himself, Carlos Queiroz, was a goalkeeper, his assistant, the goalkeeper's trainer, together with Fatau Dauda, about 4 of them. So it tells you how important goalkeeping is to them. And for Carlos Queiroz, what he witnessed during Portugal's time and even at Egypt clearly tells you how much premium he places on good goalkeepers.
Hussein's ball intercepted by Ajman. Good ball from Adams to Awuni. Awuni finds Arta. Maxo Arta. Sam Adams. Last touch off upon Franny. Good decision.
It's a very good ball there once again. Say, brave goalkeeper, needless from Duku. It's quite silly to take the yellow card for much ado about nothing.
Duku would now be playing with extreme caution following this yellow card to him after just 21 minutes.
He's going to work a very tight rope.
He certainly will. Maxo Arta tries to pick out Henson and Ponsa, but the flag goes up for offside against the winger.
Oh, too quick there. He hasn't had too much joy in these exchanges. Quickly looking for something to munch on.
Hatzabok are third on the Ghana Premier League table with some 50 points from 31 games. They've won 12 times. They've lost just 5 games. But the interesting part of their journey this season is that they've played as many as 14 games without winning. 14 drawn games by Hatzabok, and that has left them, you know, asking questions about competing for the title with just 3 games to spare. Here's Amponsa. He loses the challenge to Kakari. Now Duku. He's got so much space, but there's only one Hatzabok player in the midst of 2 Aduana players. Duku, one support, he finds it. Ampons. Kakari to Amponsa. He wants to shoot from that distance. It's blocked by Asante Yeboah. Now Emmanuel Mafo for Aduana, switches to the right, and here comes Daniel Awuni to Mafo. You don't see any urgency when they get to the final third.
To see very limited numbers and we're still looking for support. Getting Asante Yeboah, Henson and Ponta, we're just late. Had to be just him. And Daniel Awuni, he couldn't afford to lose possession. His better possession is kept than hurriedly losing the ball in attack.
Hatzabok have conceded the least number of goals in this season's Premier League, 12 goals conceded by the Phobians, and they've scored 21 goals in 31 matches. That's not a positive statistic for the Phobians.
Less than a goal per game. That is unimpressive. If you want to win the league, if you want to make a statement, you need to keep your attack very sharp.
Two draws, 2 wins, 1 defeat in their last 5 games, with the last drawn game coming at this venue against Karela last weekend. Here is Anochi Bedu. Switches to Sam Adams. Asante Yeboah picks out Abubakar Adams. He goes for goal from a distance and it won't trouble Asari in any way. It's a goal kick.
So look at the intent there from Abubakar. was always rising from a distance. Benjamin Asari saw it clearly coming. I'm sure he would have been able to deal with the power behind that wall from Adams. Aduana have been really tested Benjamin Asari.
Nope, Asari is yet to make any meaningful save here this afternoon. 25 minutes. Hearts nil, Aduana nil at the Accra Sports Stadium. Here is Opon Frane. Lovely touch to Rafael Amponsa. He picks out Baba Adamu. Adamu checks on to Wayo, but Sam Adams is first to the ball.
That was very strong a challenge coming in from Sam Adams.
Amponsa. Hussein. He's gone missing in the last couple of minutes from this game, but he's fouled by Sana. Free kick out to work. Aduana not happy with the decision by referee Tiamwa.
So lots of shoving there from Sana, sticking out his elbow too wide to force his marker to lose possession. And that cannot be allowed. He's been a bit overly aggressive in this game.
26 minutes. Hatsabo have a free kick. It's Rafael Amponsa to take it for the Phobians. Amponsa's Hussein goes down, no foul. Marfo tries to pick out his winger, Ensign Amponsa, but the distance just too wide for him. Cooling break after some 26 minutes. Time for some cooling down. And this also provides that opportunity for the coaches to issue out those instructions that could change the dynamics of the game leading into the break.
It's been quite a dominant display from Hearts of Oak in all aspects of the game. Unfortunately for them, they haven't really been prudent with their decision making in the final third. And that has been their problem. Didi Dramani clearly not happy with it. But I have to inform why you're a little bit suspect with his movement. Hearts of Oak thrives with his movement and his positioning. I think it has been decent work from Aduana in making sure they prevent him from having anything on that. Ali Mohammed has been strong, resolute in defense with the Sibe, giving very little to Aduana to hurt them. You see, there's nothing for the fans to cheer about.
Absolutely nothing, especially the young kids who have been ever present in their home games from Legon to this venue, but not so much to cheer about. Hearts are drawing here as we approach 30 minutes. All Blacks are struggling to get one past Bechem United, both in the relegation dogfight. Hearts of Lions, who lost their last home game to Nations, are equally struggling to beat Samatex at home. At the Nia J. Kraku Park in Tema, there's Vision, who have jumped into the lead against Karela.
This was quite interesting, and all other games have
No
barren.
goals.
It's really going to be a tight season. You look at the base of the table, and lots of teams are trying to keep it cool. Just one more slot for the relegation, and the fight is close, about
You know,
7 teams.
the exit of Hohoi and the subsequent relegation of Wonders has made it difficult for the teams who are battling to escape relegation. Anybody could go down between Vision, All Blacks, Bechem United, Brecum Chelsea. Difficult times for these clubs. Young Apostles as well.
Very, very difficult times. The likes of Karela are all fighting because in the last 2 games that will be played, any slip up from you could see you getting into the drop.
Ghost Stars are not playing this weekend because Hohoi United pulled out. They were expected to play Hohoi this weekend, but they are not playing. Here is Awuni. He's enjoying his role on that right-hand side against Baba. It's a clear push. And this is where Baba must be careful because Awuni is a tricky customer. He's inviting the tackles. The more you get caught by his tricks, the more he makes the most of it.
The second time, Awuni has decided to go quick and direct past this man. Just decided to go in with an outstretched arm. Too strong. That was clearly a push. no intent whatsoever to get the ball.
Asari yet to be tested, but he's making sure the wall gets it right with their positioning with Hussein and Wayo forming the two-man wall. It's Sam Adams to take the Aduana free kick from the right side. The Aduana captain swings one in. Goal kick. Aduana appeal for a corner. Referee saw something otherwise.
Well, a bit of a hanging delivery there. You can see miscommunication between Anochi Bedu and his centre-back partner Raymond. Ajaman, who rose very high, couldn't have a decent connection. Ball seemed to have come off his shoulder for a goal kick. Some Adams could do better. Whip it up.
Half an hour at the Accra Sports Stadium. Hatsabok nil, Aduana FC nil. Match day 32 of the Ghana Premier League. 2 more games to go. Who wins the Ghanaian Premier League and who goes down to join Ho United and 11 Wonders? Only time will tell. Adams gets the ball away. Afrani is first to it. Foot up against Raphael Amponsa.
I think that was quite a serious lunging there. Initially, was Godfrey Santibuate getting that free kick from the referee. And Ponsa with a high foot there. You can see Maxwell, both of them coming in a bit rushed. Couldn't have any good touch of the ball.
Awuni. Adams. Back to Awuni and he gets the return. He goes for goal from that volley. Ambitious effort from Sam Adams.
The experienced right back quick into play between himself and Awuni. Realized Benjamin Asari was a bit off this line. Going for the weldy. Wasn't quite the precision he wanted.
Adams is very effective when he plays as a winger than a wing back or a full back. His ability to use his space to advantage, eye for goals, and that zeal and determination on his part. You don't really see that when he's playing at the right back position where he's normally reserved.
He's being limited to his adventure. He's a player who loves to explore. Unfortunately for him, seems to have been caged because he has lots of defensive duties to cater for.
Shot target on Hussein by Adams.
I was saying one of the players had to focus that of the season quite impressively, even in the off-season.
Showed so much promise.
Injury and the suspension actually put a toll on him.
That incident against Asante Kotoko took so much from him. And Ponsard delivers. Osesibe is lurking, but he fails to make the needed contact. It's a goal kick.
Better delivery from Amponsa this time around. He was looking at connection from far post. It was always inches tearing away from Ali and Esibe. I want to have it a bit more direct into the penalty area.
Here is Martin Kakari for Hatsabok. Swings in across. Wayo is around the box, controls it down. Here is Mauli Wayo, gets it back to Hussein. He checks onto Adamu. Missed kick by Adamu. Awuni is there for Aduana. He gives it away to Adamu again. Adamu does well to find Wayo. Now Hussein. Amponsa. Ali. Afrani. Ali. Wayo. Adams wins it cleanly for Aduana. He's fouled by Wayo. Wayo disagrees with the call of the referee.
It's quite surprising what the referee gave the free kick for. That seemed to be a bit of luck of legs in there, but it was a tangle, and I think that Sam Adams will be glad. He's lucky it was given against Wayo.
Wayo has every reason to complain about that decision.
Exactly. It's a good tackling of the ball and just putting a foot to win possession.
Asante Yeboah switches to Abubakar Adams on the left side for Aduana. Now Henson and Ponsa up against Emmanuel Amankwa. Here's Asante Yeboah, former Hearts of Oak player. Didn't quite make the mark in the capital, but has found a new home in Doma. Here is Amponsa down the left side, lovely run. He goes down, referee says no foul, game on. Now Ali's under pressure from Marfo. He kicks the ball out for an Aduana throw.
Very good play there from Henson and Ponsa, giving out to Fuchs something to think about. There's quite questions to ask from Emmanuel Amankwa. Mati Kakari trying to get the ball back by Abubakar Adams, not with the cleaners of passes, looking for the run of Emmanuel Marfo. It's been a bit lethargic in that attack of Aduana.
Here is Anochi Beidou. He finds Maxo Arta. Arta made a great deal of impression of himself when he played for Dreams FC a couple of seasons ago. Naturally a right back, Maxo Arta, but equally capable of playing in that midfield.
Two very good shots right there from Awuni. Seemed to have come off worse with a clash of an elbow and a head there, but it should be okay to return. So forcing Babadamu to give the ball away.
Ajiman, Adams, Asante Yeboah. Great confidence displayed by Raymond Ajiman, and Maxo Arta gets it away. No one there for Aduana. Awuni is chasing, but Adamu gets back to his goalkeeper and captain Asari.
Very calm and composed. Not in a rush, confident. Brings that authority in defense and in goalkeeping and the entire team.
Wayo, again, he's lost it to Sam Adams. Adams gets the advantage ahead of Wayo.
Wayo is one of the difficult players to deal with on the flanks. Sam Adams applying all the experience he's gathered over the years. Not in a rush to win possession, but anytime there's an opportunity to pick up on the loose ball, he does well to pick up.
Marfo is trying to find Awuni, Babadamu to Benjamin Asari. Here is Kelvin Osei-Sibe.
He put together quite a decent display for the Galaxies. Meridiana in that friendly game.
Kelvin Esibe in possession for the Phobians. He sees Kakari on the right side. He spots Kakari, who has got Henson and Ponsa to beat. Kakari hangs on and finds Rafael and Ponsa. Showboating. And Ponsa loses possession, but that clearance from Sana, not the best. Headed down again by Abubakar. Now Hussein for Hearts. Mauli Wayo wants to check on the right and shoot. And Ponsa, poor touch from the midfielder. Now Aduana has got control. Emmanuel Marfo hangs on to possession. Adamu went down in an off-the-ball incident as Aduana still hangs on to possession. Here is Seydou Sana. Abubakar Adams to Henson and Ponsa with a cutback blocked by Esibe. Aduana corner.
It's a good play there from Marfo. Was expecting Awuni to rush and then pick him up. Fortunately, he had to just switch direction, and Abubakar Adams with Henson looking for that cross. Esibe doing his job well, putting his body on the line to block that delivery.
Corner for Aduana. Gideon Asante goes low. Abubakar Adams with a drive on his right foot is blocked by Hussein. Amankwa finds Duku for Hearts of Oak. 40 minutes, Hearts of Oak pushing for the opening goal. Here's Wayo, but there's a good reaction from goalkeeper Prince Osei of Aduana.
That's a good read of the ball there by the goalkeeper, Prince Osei, acting as a sweeper. He realized the danger and quickly got off his line.
Good play from Kakari to find Hussein. Hussein, over the bar it goes. About a 4,000 walk effort that is flying way over the bar into the stands outside.
Always rising, and he was caught in between two minds just when he was picking up the pass from Martin Kakari. Just decided to go to his left, and when he made that quick turn, another right body balance to make that effort test Prince Osei.
Henson Amponsa loses possession. Now here is Kakari. He goes solo. Kakari. It took a deflection of Raymond Ajiman for Hazabo corner. Decent play from Martin Kakari. You have to credit Raymond Ajiman for putting his body in the line to save Aduana from this situation.
It was very good ball there from Martin Kakari, getting past Anochibedu. Got his wicked left foot to head that ball to the left corner of the goalpost, but Raymond once again just made sure the block was enough to prevent that ball from being on target.
Hatsabo corner. Amponsa delivers. Chance for Hatsabo. How did Ali miss this opportunity? Glorious chance for Ali. He made contact, but not the best to have given the Phobians the opening goal.
Prince Osei complaining. He thought that was a bit of a push for him, but I think he wasn't strong enough to come for that ball. But Ali from that position should be scoring. It's quite a decent delivery. Brilliant delivery there from Amponsa. Look at Ali, nobody marking him. So it was a casual approach to that ball and did not find the right connection.
Centre back should be scoring from that distance.
He's one of the few local players with towering headers. Hardly to beat him aerially.
Mafo loses out to Amponsa.
So there's a great disconnect between Aduana's midfield and the attack.
So there's so much space and you don't get any chemistry between those midfielders. Sana, Asante, Aboa, Ata, then Henson Amponsa, Mafo and Awuni. Total disconnection.
Very little time. Very little support. Every time Kipman has the ball, and Emmanuel Amankwa Sam Adams clearly not happy with the decision making from some of his midfielders.
Sam Adams too casual on that occasion, allowing the ball to go outside for Hatzabok throw as we approach the end of the first 45 minutes. Just a minute to go. Hearts nil, Aduana nil. Amponsa. Now Afrani to Amankwa. Here is Kakari. Upon Afrani. Cheaply gives away possession. Now Mafu. Onto the path of Awuni. He's got the pace to go. Now Daniel Kwame Awuni. Up against Baba Adamu. Slows down the tempo to the middle to Seydou Sana. Back to Mafu. Maxo Ata. Daniel Awuni. Swings in across. Amankwa heads it down. Mafu is up against Ali. He brings down Ali. Ali.
Intelligent play there from Ali. He knew exactly what Mafu wanted to do.
And it tells you how physical this game has been. 11 fouls, Hearts of Oak, 12 Aduana. With the Phobians just winning the most recent one after Mafu had brought down Ali.
One of the very best of clearances there from Manuel Amankwa, nearly laying that ball on the plate for Emmanuel Mafu. But Ali, clever and quick. Once he stuck out his leg, Mafu had no other option than to hit him from behind.
We have done 45 minutes at the Accra Sports Stadium. Match day 32 of the Ghana Premier League. Hearts of Oak 0, Aduana 0. We are into 2 minutes of additional time. Amponsa's drive, and it's a wonderful save from Prince Osei to deny the Phobians that opening goal just before the break. Decent effort from Rafael Amponsa, and equally glorious save from Prince Osei.
That was a fantastic drive there. Quick throw in. Hussein quickly found his man. Brilliant drive. That fingertip save there from Osei.
We're into 1 minute of additional time. Amponsa's corner. SCB arrived, but referee whistled because there was an infringement right there in the Aduana box. That has left Aduana's Anochi Bedu down.
You see Ali Mohammed there bringing his man down, pushing back to Olatha. Anochi Bedu was just waiting at far post. It was SCB with him.
Final seconds of stoppage time to wrap up first half action here at the Accra Sports Stadium. Hearts 0, Aduana 0. Here is Asante Yeboah to Daniel Awuni. Now Sam Adams, Maxwell Arthur, Gideon Asante Yeboah. Emmanuel Mafu tries to thread 1-2 for Amponsa. Hussein, now Afrani. Good ball to Mauli Wayo, but Raymond Ajiman. Timely tackle from Ajiman. That's the whistle to wrap up for first half here at the Accra Sports Stadium. Hearts of Oak 0, Aduana 0, slightly on top in the first half. They've had the more chances at goal against Aduana, with the most recent one coming from Rafael Amponsa that saw Prince Osei dive in to tip it away for a corner. Mauli Wayo has had an effort go wide. Martin Kakari as well. But Aduana, having pushed so much in this afternoon's game, they look more relaxed going forward. And the halftime statistics show the Phobians clearly on top with 52% of the possession, 2 corners to the advantage. Halftime at the Accra Sports Stadium.
It's halftime here at the Accra Sports Stadium between Accra Hearts of Oak and Aduana. It's goalless at the break, and the game is very much in the balance. I've been joined by the assistant coach of Hearts of Oak, Abdul Ghazali. Coach, I mean, you found yourself in very good position, but the finishing sometimes has been horrendous. Has that been the problem of Hearts of Oak all season?
I think we have been scoring goals sometimes, but of late it's difficult for us to get that particular goals. Tactically, we play well from what we have analyzed from our opponents. The players are doing the right thing, but unfortunately, the decision making is our problem. And I think that is what we need to work on. when we go back to the dressing room.
You've been on the ascendancy throughout the first 45 minutes. What needs to change in the second half? Is it a change of tactics or a change in personnel?
I think we need to maintain our tactics. We need to encourage our boys. We just need that decision that I'm talking about to make the right decisions, especially with the final when we get to the final third. We need to make more runs. We're not running, especially the up front. We expect our up front players to make that runs. If they're not even going to make that run, they should open up for our central players to make that deep runs in order to get for us to penetrate and get a goal. So that's what we're going to talk when we get back, and then we see that so that we can get a best game in the second half.
Well, wish you the very best for the second 45 minutes. Abdul Ghazali, he is the assistant coach of Hartlepool. I'll be joined by the assistant coach of Aduana, Maulom Lawrence, shortly, and he'll also be talking to us about what he makes of the first 45 minutes that has just gone by. Goalless at the break here. We've had everything that makes a game very entertaining, but unable to get some goals here, and we are hoping that the second half would actually open up a bit so that we get some goals. So, Maulom, I mean, first 45 minutes, I mean, you've been in the game, it's still goalless. Are you happy with the performance that you saw?
Somehow happy, somehow not happy.
Why?
Some of our game plan is working, some are not working enough. That's a football, you cannot get it 100%, but we need to avoid their third man run and then picking the ball on second ball on the edge of our box for direct shot and the rest. But it's looking okay, but I think we can do more better than this, especially in the second half.
In terms of doing more, there are a lot of players on the bench. Are you going to change personnel, or you're going to tweak the tactics a bit for the second half?
Yeah, we're gonna make some substitution based on tactics and then based on the physical side as well too. There are some also playing. They are physically not there, but they are playing with experience. But we have to manage them because we place a lot of games in this week, so we have to manage them to give us the good result as our away team or teams that want to go back to the top 4 position too as well. So the way changes gonna based on.
Well, Maulom, we wish you the very best for the second half. Assistant coach of Aduana, Maulom Lawrence, saying that they will need to come out with a bit of urgency, especially in the second half, to ensure that they get all 3 points. Here, you're still watching the Ghana Premier League on TV3 and on your TV. We'll take a quick breather. When we return, Coach Ebenezer Sifa will join me to analyze the first 45 minutes.
Mano Mafo. It's clearly no stretch arm there, an elbow right into the neck of Abdul Karim, even though both players were trying to prevent each other. Could clearly see Mafo with an outstretched arm there. He's lucky not to have been sent off.
Mafo is trying to demonstrate what happened to referee Tiamwa, who is having none of that. He's flashed his yellow card to Emmanuel Mafo just into the first minute of second half of action. Emmanuel Mafo, he's on 8 goals from 26 games. The striker is in the books of referee Tiamwa.
Clearly, he started the season quite well, but an injury forced him out. He seemed to have lost that mojo, the sharpness, that brilliance he started the season with. And he struggled to find it again. It's a poor delivery there. Raymond dealing with most of those balls. It's quite surprising how a central midfielder slots back into the Aduana defense. And he justifiably offers a lot more in defense, just as Alex Boache, Kufuor, or Anochi Bedu could offer. The problem is that in midfield, they tend to get a deficiency.
That is where the lacuna is. That is where they've not found the balance. He would have complemented the effort of Sana and Maxwell Arthur really well. So, confirmation of the substitutions. Henson and Ponsana Santiago, Alfo Usu and Sain, Benjamin Chibanyo, Sheba Aristika responding to the DD change.
Look at that tackle, Esibe there. He got the ball first. But once you leave your stats showing, you have no other option. To the referee, the rule says you can make any tackle, but you are responsible for the length at which the follow-through gets.
The House of Oak bench clearly unhappy with the decision by referee Tiamwa, but the stance, and House of Oak will have some defending to do here as Aduana gets the free kick. Sana, Chebanyo, and Sam Adams plotting and planning as Asari gets a left right in the post for the Phobians. Chebanyo lines up for this one. He goes over it. It will be Sana. Sana goes with a power into Wayo. Adams switches to Abubakar Adams, his namesake. Squeezes one to Emmanuel Mafu. Just came off a yellow card. And that's some clever play by Abdul Karim to prevent Mafu from getting access to that one.
It looks like Karim is okay. So that elbow into his neck. Aduana seems to have come into the second half with a lot more power and asking questions of the House of Oak team.
Awuswan Sato Awuni. He wants to take on Adamu, but his cross not good enough. It's a goal kick.
The intent was very clear, getting past this marker. But the delivery saw him leaning on his back, and there's no way could have put in a better delivery from that position. That's a bit of miscommunication there between the referee and his assistant, but eventually get it right.
Awuswan back to Anochi Bedu. Here is Prince Osei to Raymond Ajiman. Long one in. Awuni is beaten in the air by Baba Adamu. Now Awuswan fouled by Abdul Karim. Free kick Aduana.
He's doing quite a decent job for Aduana since coming on running, picking up passes, getting into tight spaces and forcing out to folk to commit fouls.
Ajiman's delivery straight to Benjamin Asare. Five minutes into second half. Hearts nil, Aduana nil. Chivanyo goes down from the challenge of Emmanuel Amankwa.
Strong challenge there coming from Amankwa. No space for Chivanyo. You leave him free at your own peril. There's a player who's trying to test the strength when it comes to top flight football. After glittering for Ghana's youth teams, it's a great opportunity for him to excel. He showed the glimpses that consistency matters.
Here is Emmanuel Mafo, can't get through to Chivanyo. Now, Ampon San. Sana takes it for Aduana, but it's back for Hazavok. Ampon San to Kakari. Finds Hussein in the middle. Puts the ball behind Wayo. He should have been going forward instead of behind him. Now, Adamu. Abdul Karim. Amankwa to Kakari. Ali will step forward this time for the Phobians. To Karim. Amankwa swings in across. Poor clearance from Sana is a Hazabo corner.
Well, a calm and structured build-up from the Phobians, taking all the time to work the ball. Manuel Amankwa, not the very best of deliveries, trying to find Rafael Amponta. Sana had a miscue there. Luckily, didn't go into his own goalpost.
Corner taken. No connection for the Phobians as Chivanyo gets it away only as far as Emmanuel Amankwa. He's aiming at Martin Kakari and it ends up as a good ball to Kakari. Lovely turn around Abubakar. But that's some good defending from Abubakar Adams. Goal kick.
Very good shot strength there, but Martin Kakari expect him to hit the ball a bit cleanly the first time. Decided to just try wiggle his way, have an extra touch. There was no way Abubakar was going to let him have any second chances. Chivanyo causing problems for Abdul Karim.
He wins yet another foul, Benjamin Chivanyo. Former Black Stars captain. Here is Raymond Ajiman. Awuni controls. Beautiful skill from Awuni. Tries to find Chivanyo, but Benjamin Asare rises, grabs it firmly, much to the admiration of the Phobian faithful.
Asare will gladly welcome this. Very agile goalkeeper with his experience. Read the situation. I think that these hanging deliveries will always not find you the right result.
Ali is searching for Duku. They have quite some understanding, having played a vision last season together, Duku and Ali.
Looks like they have, very good reach of the qualities and ability of each other. Duku runs into space, waiting for those long balls from Ali. And he's been justifiably doing that.
55 minutes. Hatsabok nil. Aduana FC nil at the Accra Sports Stadium. Wayo's cross. Ajiman. Referee Intiamwa whistles and holds the game because Hazavok have a man down.
Doesn't look like Karim will be able to continue after that collision of legs with Emmanuel Mafo. Once again, he won possession. Look at the fans, they're still struggling to have anything to cheer them on. That was a clash of legs. It was a slip there from Mafo. Quite unfortunately, ran directly into the legs of Karim. He's been battling with a knee issue. It looked like he's been aggravated right there.
It's not looking good for Abdul Karim. Another knee problem for him. Decided to go bare-chested under the sun to enjoy his football. Yaman Kwabefi is warming up alongside Hamza Isa. As Abdul Karim goes off.
Didi Dramani and the rest of the Haas technical team will be quite disappointed getting themselves another forced substitution. They just made a substitution and Karim hasn't had any real impact. Just 10 minutes, 12 minutes into the game and he has to be forced off. Has to quickly make a rethink of his tactical decisions and which player could come on and help make a change. Just like Theophilus Collison or Henry Kwaku Boateng could be the most probable option.
They've got the profiles to fit into that role. All depends on who Didi Dramani thinks is ready for the remaining minutes. Big blow, big blow. So there you go, Collison steps in for Abdul Karim.
Rightly so, he needs a player who can apply a lot of aggression, ball-winning ability, and allow Hussein and the others to be doing a bit more of the distribution.
That's the confirmation of the sub, Abdul Karim, who himself came off the bench right at the start of the second half, goes off through injury. His place is taken by Theophilus Collison. Here is Daniel Kwame Awuni. Good ball looking for Mafo. Turns around Ali. Mafo with a cross. No problem for Benjamin Asari.
Very good. An agile goalkeeping there from Asari. Mafo did his best. Tried to get the ball past Ali. He got the better of him. Quick turn. But Asari just waited calmly in the goalkeeper's area. And easy these picks are for him.
Kakari delivers, waiting for Wayo. Wayo heads the ball down. Prince Osei deals with it comfortably.
Nearly did a Richard Ofori there.
Yeah, but he realized that he can't drop his guard at this point. Here is Mafu. Now Sana. To Awuni. Ata, Ajiman, Saidu Sana, Abubakar Adams, Benjamin Chivagno back to Adams. The build-up looking good, certainly a foul. Emmanuel Amankwa brings down Abubakar Adams, free kick Aduana.
He knew exactly what he was doing. Amankwa obstructing his opponent. Abubakar Adams getting the better of him, quick touch. The nick to get past him. That was Amankwa there, putting his body right on the line of progression.
A lot of teams have found comfort playing against Hazavok at their own backyard. Hazavok have won just 5 home games, 1 defeat and 9 draws. They've only scored 9 goals at home and conceded 5, and that gives Aduana some confidence. Now Chibanyo bends the free kick in. Raymond Ajiman arrives and he misses the post by a whisker. So close. Aduana getting the best chance of the second half.
You could clearly see that was Abraduku there, letting lose his marker. Raymond Ajiman should be hitting the target. Chivanyo, brilliant delivery. Look at that, jumping eye, working his neck muscles. That should be on target. Benjamin Asari was left as a spectator.
Duku controls for Hussein. Cleared by Anochi Bedu. Flicked away by Sana. Back by Ampun Sabad is cleared away by Anochi Bedu again. Here is Rafael Amponsa. Good tackle by Abubakar Adams to win possession for Aduana. Now Mafu. This time can't go past Ali. Ali surges forward. A through pass looking for Duku. Stopped by Ajman. Again, brilliant tackle by Ajman.
Brilliant tackle there. Hussein got possession after Aduana lost it. Clearly looking for the final pass. And Ajman stepping in at the right time. You can see once again Mafu giving the ball away casually.
Not on the same page with Awuni. Awuni thought he was coming from an offside position and Mafu thought otherwise. Here is Martin Kakari for Hearts. It's a through ball to Amankwa. He has Abubakar to contend with. And Abra Duku. Big chance missed again by Wayo. And how is Salzburg messing up these glorious goal scoring chances? It was Duku first, then Wayo.
These misses are unpardonable. Clever run there from Amankwa to pick up on that ball. Rolling the ball across the face of goal. Abraduku with a miscue there. And what was Wayo thinking? Blasting the ball. Way off target. And not even close.
I tell you what.
He forced the goalkeeper into a save.
If Wayo was clinical, he should have been on 15 goals this season.
He's been quite wasteful.
Very wasteful. The end product of his game is very, very problematic.
Look at Amankwa with the run. Clever run. Got in there. Abraduku from the goalkeeper's area. Should be tapping that one home. And the follow through from Wayo. Aduana will be quite disappointed. Looks like it's Raymond.
28 games, 7 goals for Maoli Wayo. 10 goals in between himself and Abra Duku, who has got 3 for the Phobians. But they both missed a glorious chance to take the Phobians up by 1.
He could be doing better.
Hearts of Lions have roared louder. In Pando, it's 3-0 against Samatex. All Blacks is still drawing goalless, with Bechem United and Mediama, the league leaders, being held by Holy Stars. Kotoko up by 2-0 against 11 Wonders, and Brekum Chelsea follows up from that impressive win over Mediama with a 1-0 lead against Dreams at the Golden City Park. But here at the Accra Sports Stadium, it's Hearts 0, Aduana 0.
Interesting results. Interesting results coming through. It's quite surprising. Heart of Lions thumping Samatex.
The perfect response you want from your Chargers, especially after dropping points against Nations in Pando the last weekend. They can't disappoint their fans. Collison's throw straight to an opponent. Anochi Bedu equally gives it away. Oh, that's a wonderful tackle from Raymond Ajiman again. He's up against Hussein. There's a push on Hussein. Ajiman disagrees with the assistant referee, Dolagbano, who is right there and saw it.
You could clearly see Raymond Ajiman putting everything on the line to prevent Atufo from getting another opportunity. That's quite a very clever jump there from Hussein to still keep the ball in possession. And just advertise to the referee. And Ajiman gave him an opportunity to fall for that free kick.
Martin Kakari to take the free kick for Hearts of Oak, just around the corner flank. Kakari swings one in. Away again by Maxwell Atta. Here is Hussein to Kakari. Another cross in. Headed down by Esibe, cleared by Sana. Only as far as Collison. Headed back by Abubakar Adams. Another header by Owusu Ansah. Now here comes Benjamin Chebanyo. He's got Marfo on his left. He's got Awuni at the top. He goes for Marfo, who comes up against Amankwa. The 65 minutes, no goals at the Accra Sports Stadium. Aduana trying to put some passes together to unlock the Hearts of Oak defense. Here comes Sam Adams. Ball won by Adamu. Awuni is not giving up. And it's a goal kick.
It's a poor decision there from Baba Adamu. Expecting him to quickly find Collison inside central midfield. So had to go by nearly. Lost the ball to Awuni. Aduana have made the second half a bit difficult for the Phobians, forcing them to make lots of mistakes.
Aduana coming up with their third substitution. Sam Adams is going off. And his place will be taken by Stephen Kwache. But in case you're wondering why, Mediama have still not scored a goal in that game against Holy Stars, it is because Salim Adams has missed the penalty in that game.
So quite disappointing, expecting him to score, and it just grazed over the crossbar in that incident. It's a like-for-like substitution there, Kwache.
In for Adams.
He offers a lot more defensively than what Adams would offer.
In the reverse fixture that was played in Takwa, Mediama missed the penalty as well in that game.
Yeah. They've missed quite a number of penalties.
Yes, they have. Collison makes a mistake. Chibanyo locates Mafu. He sees Awuni at the top. He finds Awuni. Awuni is up against Baba Adamu. Swings in an early cross onto the bar and out. Tricky one for Benjamin Asari to deal with. Lucky is the goal kick.
Well, it's quite unassuming there. Daniel Awuni hitting the ball. Looked like a cross. The miscue nearly turning to a goal. Look at that. Looked like he had the intent. Saw Asari off his line. He wasn't going for a cross. It was a clear intent to go for the goal. Asari was beaten, so that ball had gotten into the net.
Awuni wins another foul off Baba Adamu.
Adamu having a hell of a time dealing with him. And Awuni not even fully fed. He's been battling an ankle injury. And playing through it, giving Adamu lots of problems. Just a centre back trying to adapt to the left back position. And there's been troubles for him facing very fast, witty player Daniel Awuni. Just as he said, this is a venue he knows so well.
Referee whistles for the free kick to be retaken by Owusu Ansah. Owusu Ansah's free kick away by Ali. Awuni this time stopped by Baba, but Owusu Ansah retrieves possession. Here is Mafu to Awuni. Now Owusu Ansah. Emmanuel Mafu. Sana with a drive, takes the deflection of Esebe and is coolly collected by Asari. Hamza Issa have joined the fray, taking the place of Martin Kakari. More attacking options for the Phobians.
He's a clear intent from Didi Dramani. He wants a goal, he wants to win the game. I'm sure they are monitoring proceedings from elsewhere.
Absolutely. Here is Emmanuel Mafu up against Osei. Mafu! Good defending from Osei. Clever defending from Kelvin Osei. He had to track him down. He needed not to have given him the chance to go past him in the first place, but he made amends with some good sweeping.
Clever pass once again, Chibanya opening up the spaces. Mafu got onto that, but that was a timely challenge. Osei sliding, making sure he was first to the ball before Mafu had any touch on that. But Benjamin Asari did well to close down the angle.
Henry Boateng will also come in for the Phobians. He takes the place of Hussein. Chivagno's corner, wasted, goal kick. So Ransford Mensah in for Adamu, and Henry Kweku Boateng also comes in for Mohamed Hussein.
You can quite understand Ransford Mensah coming on for Adamu. Adamu has had a stinker against Daniel Awuni. Quick resolution there with Ransford Mensah's introduction. And Kweku Boateng to help with a lot more creativity and chances creation.
Fresh blood, maybe we'll be able to curtail those menacing runs of Awuni down the right side. Now here is Owusu-Ansah. Chivagno is on the move. Amankwa is chasing him down. Good defending by Emmanuel Amankwa. Back to Benjamin Asari. That's dangerous, but Asari is always confident when he's playing from the back.
Exactly, he knew exactly his target. It was Collison who had to quickly get onto hold of that ball with the unrushing Owusu-Ansah.
Since February 2023, Aduana have won 4 out of their 6 meetings with the Hearts of Oak. They've actually drawn twice and won 4 times, and in the process, they scored 6 goals with Hearts of Oak scoring none. And it includes their recent fixtures in the 2 previous seasons, both home and away.
So clearly, quite a difficult time it's been for them.
2 seasons ago, they beat Hearts of Oak at this venue, Ketsi, a Brighter J spectacular. And here they are after 72 minutes, giving the Phobians so much to think about. Here is Collison, Kweku Boateng. Now, Amponsa with a drive again. It's as awful as his previous deliveries in the first half.
It was quite some quick thoughts in there coming from him, and look at that drive. Kweku Boateng wanted a return pass to continue creating that promising attack. It's quite not the right technique. His execution was very poor.
Togbe Afede, the board chairman and bankroller, sporting his yellow shirt alongside Alaji Mora Kambi, former board member of the club, also in the stands, watching from the VVIP. Not sure the respected king will be excited about how proceedings have turned up so far, with the Phobians struggling to find the back of the net. Here comes Abubakar Adams. Now Benjamin Chivagno can't get to Maafu. Mauliwayo. Flag is up. Hamza Issa was coming from an offside position.
It was quite a poor run there from Hamza Issa. So Deutsche Bedu exactly knew what to do, stepped forward a bit. And that was clearly it. Very good play there, experienced player. Oh, Issa is very quick and could probably time his runs better.
Raymond Arjman. Owusu-Ansah is trying to find, not too much on it for Owusu-Ansah, who had swapped positions with.
Almost like Stephen Kwache couldn't.
Yep, Kwache.
Couldn't get onto that ball as quickly as he expected.
Goalless after 75 minutes at the Accra Sports Stadium. It's Hearts and Aduana finding it difficult to break down themselves here. Here comes Abubakar Adams. Amankwa, Hamza Issa. Again is Raymond Arjman there for Aduana. Collison loses out to Sana. Now Chibanyo. Here is the Uswansa. Now Sana. Maxo Ata. Uswansa is up against Duku. Not in a hurry to get into the House of Oak area, Aduana.
It's quite interesting. Calmly reducing the tempo of the game. Plenty to suit them. Noche Bedu with his intent. Playing that ball right into Ted. You can see Didi Dramani clearly wants a little bit more from his players.
Urgency needed at this point. But Aduana, they've been poor travelers. Out of 15 away games, they've won just 4 times, 3 draws, and 8 defeats on the road. 11 goals scored and 14 conceded on the road. 4 defeats and 1 draw in their last 5 away games in the Premier League, Aduana. But it comes down to nothing because House of Oak themselves have a very poor home record.
Well, the 2 sets of teams haven't been too promising in their home and away games. Clearly, task for this fixture, especially for Artefuk, not being able to execute their chances in the final third of the pitch. At home, it's quite a terrible.
Duku's delivery. Cleared away. Ransford Mensah with a cut back. Henry Boateng. Collison. Lovely ball to pick out. Amponsa. Clever defending from Anochi Bedu. This is where experience truly counts.
He's not leaving anything to chance there, Anochi Bedu. Stretch and putting his body on the line. He made that block and continued acrobatically with a clearance. Clearly see the delivery from Amankwa was to find Wayo, but the sun was just in his eyes.
Mafu finds Awuni. Maxo Ata. Steven Anochi Bedu. Here is Sana. Maxo Ata to Owusu-Ansah. Goes for goal. Straight to Asari.
The intent was clear, calm, slow, careful build-up from Aduana. Stringing the passes together with no fuss. As you can see, it's quite far distance.
Ransford Mensah has got so much space in front of him. Now Mawuli Wayo cuts in. Here is Wayo. Mawuli Wayo decides to overdo things and he's got himself to blame. Looks dejected, but he takes the blame for so many touches in that box.
That was quite poor decision there from Wayo. Need to show a little bit of strength there. It's quite surprising, decided to go down easily and cheaply. Could have even attracted a yellow card.
Didi Dramani is so animated on that touchline.
Obviously, you'd expect him to be very much animated in such a promising position. Just shouldn't be going down easily. Look at that clever touch there, preventing Raymond from having anything on that. He went that into Sana. There was no way you're going to have it easy. The ball was just too far away from him. Could have been a better close control. Look at that. Moving it out. Offside, and clearly, you didn't expect any referee to do that.
That has been the problem with this game. Poor decision when it matters most. Mawuli Wayo, 80 minutes at the Accra Sports Stadium. Hearts of Oak 0, Aduana FC 0. Hearts of Oak are drawing closer to their 15th drawn game of the season.
Imagine if they had won at least 4 of them, they could be at the summit of the league.
Corner for Hearts of Oak.
Looks like Sana is back to continue business. It's a real warrior.
Strong lad, Sana. Two more substitutions for the Oja boys. Ado and Mensah will come in for Awuni. And then Sana, Elvis, Ado, and then Patrick Mensah in for DK Awuni and then Seydou Sana.
So another like-for-like substitution there from Chobari Sticker. Fresh legs, Ado to get into central midfield. And Mensah on the right-hand side of attack.
Corner taken, Estebes arriving. Prince Osei comes in, gets the ball away, but he stayed down after that save. Raymond Ajiman also complaining of a push on himself and his goalkeeper.
Clearly see those there. It's a collision there. I think Prince Osei missed that. SCB rises always high for these kicks. I think there was too much in there, just the collision.
Sana has had a very decent game. 27 appearances before this game. He marked his 28th Premier League appearance for Aduana this afternoon. Seydou Sana.
And he works tirelessly throughout. It's quite unfortunate that his attacking instincts are always curtailed when Raymond Ajiman is not in the game. He doubles up and adds up the responsibility, defending and catching up on the loose end. Limiting his intelligence in moving up front, especially with some of his powerful drives from a distance.
Ajiman is staying on, looking for his goalkeeper to be treated so they get back on the field. Vision up by 3 against Karela. Hearts of Lions hang on to the 3-0 leading Pando. No goals in Swedro between All Blacks and Bechem in that relegation dogfight.
That's quite an interesting game. All Blacks, Bechem United. I think John Emisa has done a decent.
Bechem have jumped into the lead against All Blacks.
That is quite a surprising result.
Interest. And Mediama up by 1-0 against Holy Stars. Young Apostles go up 1-0 against Nations. And Chelsea hang on to that 1-0 lead over Dreams. So Mediama inching closer to the league title. If they win this game, then the title will be just a matter of time to land in Takwa. Now has a chance. Osei collects it.
So look all but done for Mediama SC. You can see the goalkeeper Osei seems to have had a little bit of a cut right under his eye. I'm sure that is going to prevent him from saying goodbye to the game.
Collison is looking for Aburaduku, but he's coming up against Anochibedu, who beats him to the ball so calmly. Free kick, Aduana.
Looks like very strong there from Aduana FC.
5 more minutes to regulation, 90. No goals at the Accra Sports Stadium.
We've had a well-executed game. Frustrating and already listless. Hard to folk attack. Especially the second half.
There's a foul on Henry Boateng by Maxwell Arthur.
The fouls tell. 21 for Atufuk, 16. The part of Aduana. It's been heavily contested game, lots of aggression. Lots of tackles swinging in there, lots of tussling and bustling in the game.
Collison with a miss kick. Ali. Mensah Ali again. Now here is Osei Sibe. Ali. Boateng. Mensah. Ali. Good ball to Mensah. He goes down. Foul just outside the box. Kwache, the culprit, had some free kick.
That was quite a very good run there from Rashford Mensah. Look at that eye and threat of a pass from Ali Mohammed. The stretching there. It was a late challenge coming from Elvis Ado. Running right into his man.
Hatzavok, next stop will be in Samra Boy on match day 33. And Aduana return to Nana Ajiman Bedu. Their fortress to play young apostles who are leading nations 1-0 in Wing Chi. Free kick taken. Anochi Bedu gets it away. Has appeal for a handball. Referee is having none of that.
It was quite close there. Whichever way. Looked more like the arm. That's the weather ahead. The part of the arm that the referee deemed not too extensive for a penalty call. That should be an outstretched arm.
It looks like it did touch the shoulder before touching the arm.
A little bit of a brush there.
Yeah.
Could clearly see it's going directly at goal. This is to have brushed off.
Yep.
Brushed off the shoulder to change trajectory. Coming off the hand. But he's lucky to have escaped it.
Clearly an outstretched arm, but it took a part of the body before striking the arm. That doesn't make it a penalty. Left off the hook, Anochi Bedu. And here comes Boateng to Dunku. Henry Boateng. Such a delight to watch. So we run the ball and it goes straight to Prince Osei.
It's one of the interesting lads Hatofuk have looked forward to. Quite unfortunate he hasn't really been able to stay too fit.
Hazavok doing everything possible, bossing the game in terms of possession, but can't show in terms of goals.
Clearly in the last 10 minutes, they've actually been on top, creating all the chances, getting into the final third.
Free kick for Hazavok. Hamza Issa causing a lot of problems, but it's Anochi Bedu who have stepped up his game in the second half to complement the efforts of Raymond Ajiman. As Hazavok double their efforts in attack, they remain resolute at the back.
Remaining very strong at the back. Look at that tackling there. It was quite late. Come on, Anochi Bedu, Hamza Issa. Quickly get to the touch onto that ball before Bedu could have anything on it. It's a good position for the Phobians to finish the game on a high.
Six additional minutes. 6 minutes has been shown by a fourth referee, Charles Bulu. Hatzavok have a free kick in stoppage time. Can they find the back of the net? Theophilus Collison can strike from this distance. Rafael Mponsa equally can strike. Kweku Boateng goes and it flies over the bar. The youngster trying to bend one past the wall and get this free kick spot on, but he got it all wrong this time.
Clearly going in with Kala for the top left corner. The intent was clear, but that wasn't the right execution. You see Ransford was getting ready for it, as well as Rafael Mponza, a bit disappointed. He couldn't even find the target. Looks like Ghana would have to deal with a couple more minutes without. Elvis Adu.
Ose Esibe. Amankwa. Esibe. Collison to Ali. Ali to Mensah. Back to Ali. Collison. Stoppage time pressure from Hearts of Oak. Emmanuel Amankwa. Collison flies one in. Headed down by Anochibedu. Amankwa's pass intercepted by Mensah. Esibe brings it back for Collison. Now Amankwa. What they are playing is pleasing on the eye, but not positive in terms of getting them the needed opener. And has the work so close. Atta will get it away. Anywhere will do. But again, Mauliwayo presented with a big chance. And Didi Dramani can't understand.
Clearly wanted a lot more good thinking, quick thinking, and execution to be much more intelligence applied. And look at that. Prezos nearly gave it away. Wayo cut it back, but there was no player to tuck that ball home.
Again, that header by Ali rising over the bar for a goal kick. They are pushing for the opening goal in stoppage time. And Aduana are keeping it tight at the back.
Very good defensive work there coming from Aduana. Look at that. Ali just got to the near post, trying to apply some well on the ball. Unfortunately, it was too high up. Aduana narrowly escaping.
Anochibedu's clearance. Duku flicks. Bedu heads down. Henry Boateng. Mensah. Collison. Useless.
What was he thinking?
Useless.
So quite terrible decision making there. Who Collison and Didi cannot understand.
The demonstration tells you all.
Well, I see. This is a quick pass. Rosford was just waiting for the return. And
Didi might be asking, what are you thinking, Collison? 4 minutes of additional time. Hearts 0, Aduana 0 at the Accra Sports Stadium.
looks more like the Phobians are not giving up yet to go to the final minute.
Decision for Aduana.
Can see the casual approach with Aduana.
Aduana will move to the 4th spot. If it stays this way, Hazavok will keep their place on the 3rd position. The closing on Gold Stars 54-51. Wondering what those 3 points against All United would do for Gold Stars. If Mediama's results away to Holy Stars stay same, it means they go 59 points. Home and dry.
Clearly, that's exactly what they're looking for.
Here is Mafu. Chevanyo. Ado. No. Mensah.
Looks like this is going to be the final attack for Atafu.
And Mensah's effort again blocked. Referee Intiamwa will be blowing his whistle for the end of the game. Prince says yellow card confirmed on your screen. Here is Osei Sibe. Collison. Now, Ali. Amankwa. We've gone past the 6 minutes of additional time. And has the walk with throw. Amankwa will go for the long one. Hamza comes in to flick, but Chibanyo takes it down. And that's the final whistle. 15 drawn games this season for Hazawok. They failed to win once again at their own home grounds. Aduana have picked up a precious and a valuable away point that sends them into top 4 on the league log. The Phobians, it's been like this all season. They came into the game so well in the second half, taking the game to Aduana, but they messed up glorious chances with Mauliwayo, the major culprit. Terrible outing again for the Phobians.
It's been quite poor, quite disappointing. They've played, but the final decisions were undesirable.
Calvin Osaisibe, emerging man of the match, but I'm sure he would have loved the maximum points than personal glory. It's full time at the Accra Sports Stadium, match day 32 of the Ghana Premier League. Hatsabok unable to win again, but they did all the right things, ticking the right boxes. 5 corners, 54% of possession, 4 shots on target, nothing to show at the back of the net. Full time at the Accra Sports Stadium. Hatsabok 0, Aduana FC 0.
Another afternoon where Hartlepool have them puffed but could not get the needed goal to secure all 3 points. It ends goalless between Hartlepool and Aduana in match day 32. I've been joined by the head coach of Hartlepool, Masoud Didi Dramani. Coach, another one of those frustrating afternoons where you created loads of chances but could not convert. Does that really sum up the kind of season you've had?
I think that is part of the sporting event where you have challenges, where you have strengths, and then where you have learning curves. And I believe that this is part of the learning parts, and then we deal with the challenges.
Of course. Now today, I mean, from minute one, you were on the ascendancy. What really was lacking, apart from the finish, was that something lacking as well?
I think that is still decision making. I've said it from day one that we need to improve on our decisions in very key moments where we find our moments, especially in terms of our style of play. We have clear strengths where we know when we hit those areas, it is an opportunity or it is a moment to begin to create that final one that gives us that glory of a goal. But when we hit those moments and then we still think otherwise, to be erratic, to be indecisive, then there's much to be worried about.
Now with just 2 games to go, it looks like Heartful could end up in the top 4. What is that one big lesson that you've learned from this season carrying into next season?
I think that what is important in football is that always you need to continue to improve, and you need to be humble enough to agree that there's a work to be done, and then you can improve, and then you can develop and grow.
Of course. Now you will not have Benjamin Asare in your last game because he will be part of the Black Stars together with Agbasi. Is that going to really affect you?
We can always put a team. We have a team, so we can always put a team in the absence of one player.
Now the final question: what joy do you get knowing that 2 of your goalkeepers are part of the Black Stars? Because you've been one person who has advocated for this in a long time.
For me, I'm a football person. I'm a student of the game, and so there are things that we might be able to see. Another person might not be able to see that. I have had them, for the past 4 years. I've had both of them, and I know that they are standard. They are all code number 1. So I don't care who comes in. Anyone who comes in is fine.
Coach, thank you very much for your time there. Coach Masud Didi Dramani, head coach of Heartful there. Another frustrating afternoon for his side as they drew goalless with Aduana. Very, very tough one for them. Heartful have drawn a lot of games this season. One thing that has affected them greatly, and one thing that they would want to improve next season. But the last game that they will play here would be against Aduana, and unfortunately for Masud Didi Dramani, he will not have both of his first 2 goalkeepers, that is Benjamin Asare and Agbasi. But I've been joined by the head coach of Aduana, Shoba Aristika. Coach, first of all, congratulations, you've earned a point here. I mean, how difficult was this game for you? Because you said it was going to be a tough one.
Yes, it's difficult about our program. This week we played 3 games. Some player today play 90 minutes, 3 games. About this is the situation. I have 2 games away. One from Holy Star, far away, 14 hour, 15 hour. After go back home, yesterday night I traveling. I come on here. Some player is tired, but it's good about is not lose the game. He trust again from good result. Is go back from 1 point. About is only 1 point, but need points from stay in the top 4. He's fighting. I have another two game, and he tried the best from finishing the top 4. Congratulations from some player about his coming here and trust it's possible have the good result.
Of course. Now, coach, finally we are hearing that after this season you are leaving Aduana and leaving the country. Is it true, and what could be the reason?
Yes, he's finished the league, and after I will go home. About a long time I will not go home, and I don't know what happened from the future. First I like go from see my family, everything is fine. About long time I not go. I stay here all the season, and I don't know what happened, what is my future. I don't know what happened is the future from the management. But me personally, if I not come back, thank you so much from our management, thank you so much from our supporter, and thank you so much from the Ghana country. About I stay here 3.5 years and it's part of my family. Good luck from the Ghana, from the World Cup. I am supporter for you.
He's from Romania, and we are going to miss him. Shoba Aristika is the head coach of Aduana. Thanks very much, coach. I'll be joined by the most valuable player in today's game, Kelvin Osei Asibe. He will join me shortly. Kelvin, it's been a very, very frustrating afternoon for Heartful. I mean, you've had a lot of draws. You think that if you were clinical enough throughout the season, you could have been really challenging for the title?
Yeah, as you said, our performance in away games, we are good, and playing home games, sometimes we find it very difficult. We don't know what happens at times. We have drawn a lot of games at home. So coming into this game, I think our focus was to win the game, but quite unfortunately, we drew with them. And also, draw is better than lose. So we accept it and look forward to the next game, which is Summertex.
Now, it looks like you are sure to finish in the top 4 this season. But what are some of the lessons that you've learnt as a team that you would not want to repeat next season, or you would want to take into next season?
I think we work on our attacks mostly because, as everybody knows, Heart of Oak is having the best defensive team this season. So I think going into next season, I think maybe they will do some adjustments to boost the team, and also for the team next season to do things right.
Well, Kelvin, thanks very much. He is the most valuable player in today's game. Kelvin Osasibe, defender for Accra Heart of Oak. He's been one of the standout performers for the Phobians this season. It's not been an easy one for them. A lot of draws this season. They've actually done better in away games than playing home games, and that is how they sum up their season. My name is Mutala Yakubu. We say thank you to everyone that tuned in to watch, and to the APO crew for also doing the work here at the Accra Sports Stadium, and to our commentators Nana Dakwa Jesse and Kelvin Owusu Ansa. See you for match day 33.